This episode of Speakers of Heidelin is made possible by our generous patrons, like Scry de la Rosa, Omega Cat Comet, Saray Cypher, Hans Grenade, Anna Ginterace, Bob Cece, Faris Gentoru, Cletus Oreo, Luke Leonatrell, Sapa Chaquatol, Courtney, Meili Algrim, Ariana Barakil, Elim, Casey Schaefer, Lily Black, Chaitan, Chesha Soltiri, Ariel, Erisu Yamakawa, Cecirifula Lirifu, Dimos, Jamie Assur, Asuta Starbreeze, Umbral Win, Quick Levin, Gamelore Geek, Sayori Snowfall, Ignal the Dragon, Freya Tsubaki, Karen Robinson, Miscellaneous Cargo, and Stella Bell. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/SpeakersXIV. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Heidelin.
Good evening, Aorcians. Welcome to Speakers of Heidelin, episode 138. I'm Lakil Braveson. I'm joined today by Lodes and Maya Lavanadar.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Hello.
everyone. Welcome to Speakers of Heidelin. What a week. Well, yesterday specifically. We'll talk
Yesterday
more.
was beautiful.
We'll talk about it in a little bit.
Ooh.
Today's main topics is going to be about the Shadowbringers website, which got updated and revealed a lot of new information and lore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about that and maybe some tinfoil theories as well, based on what we learned from the website. We'll review the Hatching Tide event, 2019.
Oh, yeah.
And in our last part, our next part of the Stormblood review, we'll talk about the world and dungeons, and if we can fit it in, MogMail.
MogMail.
Yay.
Also stay tuned for the post-show. You know, something's gonna happen. Something's bound to happen, right? Something's bound to happen in the post-show, so if you're watching live, tune in, or stay tuned for that.
We're going to talk about skull shapes.
Aye. In channel updates, we beat Titan Extreme yesterday.
We beat Titan Extreme.
Yay!
That's nice, because I genuinely started to fear that we would never beat it, and we would be stuck in just like an endless loop of just... We would have a death counter so high. I mean, it ended at 164.7. Was it really that high? 167.
It was so close to 169.
Almost 169, yep.
Yeah. It's almost sad that we didn't get as 169.
Yeah, so sad.
That would have been the perfect number for us. We at attempt number 169 would beat it. But now it's over, which means it's time to move on to...
It was 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
Yeah. I'll have a video for that next week, so we can look back on the 166 other attempts as well. Okay, speaking of, Core is coming, I promise. It's been very delayed, mostly because of having to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. There's been a lot of logistics with the channel, and I've also been doing stuff that you don't really see on stream. Well, you will see it. You've probably noticed it during streams as well, like overlays have changed and stuff. I've just done some maintenance on the channel.
Nice.
But it's like someone just, like I said yesterday, like when we finally beat Titan, that's the last dark cloud. So now I can finally focus on everything else.
We beat that on a whim, too, which was kind of fun.
We genuinely thought that we were just going to wipe again, and Mela was going to log off.
How close I was, though, when you said let's do time. I was like, no, I'll just talk him out of this. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And also, we swapped roles, me and Lukiel. I was healing, and then Lukiel was tanking.
Yeah.
That was bizarre.
Yeah.
That was weird.
This was, it was, the stars aligned basically yesterday. But yeah, Core it will release soon, and after Core, the what's coming first? Audio story for SoH, and then everything will be out, by the way, by April.
Story.
Yeah, the audio story is coming. And then the video for SoH is coming as well. So that's coming. The SoH video is probably going to be the last thing I push out in April, but it'll be at the tail end of April. Okay. We also have another announcement because our 12-hour stream has a date. Yay. It'll take place on Monday. It's on a Monday, guys. April 22nd, 2019, but it starts on a bad time. But I just realized the time is actually quite bad considering the day it's on. Because it's on a Monday.
Well, it's 12 hours.
Tentative.
So. It's tentative. So the day or the day and or time might change. But right now it is slated for April 22nd. Oh, it's Easter Monday. So
yeah, Easter Monday.
That's true.
So it's a bank holiday.
It is a bank holiday for most people. It starts at 1 p.m. GMT and ends at 1 a.m. GMT. No, BST, sorry. That's BST.
Oh, yeah, BST. Yeah.
That's like 8 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah. So it starts early and ends in the evening. Ends at prime time for Americans, basically.
Yeah, but if you got the day off, you know,
yeah.
and you want to come and hang out.
Yeah. Right. We will do a 14 hangout. Heaven on High. We'll do the Lala run. We're gonna try to make that a little more interesting than last time. We're still gonna figure that out. We'll play some other game. Maybe we'll have a poll before this stream starts, so we can
Sea of Thieves again. We'll put someone in the brig again,
and then we'll finish
Europa Universalis 4 for 12 hours.
And we'll finish it all with a series you probably haven't seen since the last 12-hour stream, I think. Return to SoH, and we're going into Henger's Crucible. So that's our current lineup for the 12-hour stream. Hopefully that is something you'll look forward to. Again,
I won't be dying like last time, hopefully.
Yeah. When it's in a nice time slot for us, at least. And for you, Rodo, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty... The only one
like 8.
that gets fucked is Georgi.
Yeah, no, but, you know, he's used to that.
Yeah. Right. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for recent events. And so yeah, I know. Our first story is if you are an NA player, you were probably struggling to log in yesterday. Apparently, several DDoS attacks occurred on the NA servers, which literally just made it impossible to play the game. I think it kept going for like 12 hours before Square Enix posted an update and said that they've solved the issue.
That's bad.
And yeah, it's bad. We were theorizing before stream because I was asking like, why now? But there is a free login campaign, so there might
be very bitter to do that though.
Well, only bitter people DDoS.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean, especially the people that DDoS fucking game servers.
Didn't last too long though, so.
No, it was resolved rather quickly. Had it been Europe, we'd still be having them.
Oh yeah.
Right, but it's been solved, so don't worry about it. But just a reminder again on that. That's just how it is when you're the, well, we don't know if it is anymore, but the second largest MMORPG on the market right now.
What about?
Don't even. No.
Age of Wushu.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Is that still running?
Also, a weird update to the Lodestone the other day. It was Square Enix reminding players about the updated changes to the Labyrinth of the Ancients unlock quest. Basically, they're just telling you. I'm just going to read this. There's just a short little thing here. Prior to
little
patch,
bit of a nudge.
A little refresher for you. Prior to patch 4.4, players were required to participate in fates to complete the Chronicles of a New Era quest, Legacy of Aleg. However, in patch 4.4, the quest was updated to require adventurers simply defeat specific enemies. Players who had previously accepted the quest may continue to progress by completing the fates. However, abandoning and re-accepting the quest will grant access to the updated version. In turn, players will have quicker access to the Labyrinth of the Ancients and the Crystal Tower Alliance raid series. If you were planning to challenge the Crystal Tower Alliance raid series before Shadowbringers, we recommend using this new method. And that's that. So,
have you guys done the updated quest at all? Because I've only done it.
Yes, because when me and Lukiel did it on Battlemong or wherever we did it, we had to use the new series. It was nicer.
It was way nicer. You just pick something. No, you fight one mob, right? You go to a destination and there's like a mob that spawns and you kill it.
Oh, it's just like it just spawns in and then.
Yeah, you don't even. It's not even overworld ones. It's you know.
Yeah.
You just get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I know they made this change a while ago. I never had to do it ever again on any character.
Yeah.
It's basically how it should have been all along, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The fates were a disaster.
Not tying things to fates.
Yeah.
Please.
I mean, this was when they were still like touting. They did the leave thing with the fates. They were like, "Oh, this is so cool, everyone! Look at the system we've made. You could use it for everything, and we will. Oh, we will." The weird thing with the fates is that they didn't make them like a priority spawn at first. So they would like just spawn at like the same rate as any other fate in the very beginning. So people would have to like kill other fates to give that a chance to spawn. But then they I think they did up the priority on them, but they still took fucking forever. I mean, that was bad design.
I hated that you couldn't do them all at once at the least, like because you had to do 2 sets, or it's 1 set of 2 and then another set of 2, and then,
to get
because sometimes my friends would be calling them out for folks, right? And I'd be like, oh, cool, yeah, I should go do this because I need to do this quest, and then I didn't have it, I didn't know. So
I remember just leaving my computer and having all the sounds turned up to max except for like music, so that I would know the moment it would spawn. And it took hours, literally hours. I waited for the one in
Lenosha?
The one in the mines.
Oh, yeah.
And the Sahagin one too. The one in the
Sahagin one was the worst.
Yeah.
At level 50, trying to like run through all the mobs until the police going by. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, it's coming to get you.
They are. But it was just such a long trip, and if you caught it like even a little bit late, you just see the percentage go down.
And
never make it in time.
Yeah. And if you didn't make it in time, you just knew, oh no, there's hours to wait.
So bad.
Yeah. But yeah, that era is over. The dark timeline has ended for that quest. We are in the what's the opposite of the dark timeline? The bright timeline.
The golden age.
The golden age of Legacy of Aleg.
Crystal Tower.
Golden age of Wushu.
Okay, that's the second reference to that. Here's some other news. But we're supposed to also talk about the Easter event, the Hatching Tide 2019 event. That started on Tuesday, right? And it was our friend, what's her name again? Aliapo something. I can't remember.
Jilly
Aliapo.
She's not the cool character there.
No, the cool character. Yeah, Riggy is back.
Yeah.
In a very cute little quest line. Yeah. But this time we're looking for eggs again, and
she has this dream every year.
Yeah.
She needs help.
Yeah, she needs help. Maybe this is a cry for help, and we're just constantly ignoring her. The quest is quite like complex. It's very intricate. It's like you get
have to think.
Yeah, you have to actually think to find the eggs. So the first, can we? Because the first one is fine. You can easily figure that out yourself.
Yeah.
By reading the hints.
I actually sucked at it. Because,
dude, at first I had no idea what I was fucking even looking at, and when you go to the Spriggans, and I'm like, what does this even do?
I thought it was more complicated than it was. Like when the Spriggans said like, 3 is, whatever. I was like, okay, so this one's the third letter. And I have to look at the third letter, and then this one's the first letter of the word. No, it's not that hard.
Yeah. So the first one, I'm not going to spoil it in case you haven't done it. So let's not say, the thing yet, because it's not even a week old, this quest line. But there's a point where the second egg is hidden somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And I know Maella did. I did. Looked for a very long time. Too. Well, we're talking about just before we cheated. Okay. Also, to be fair, my cheat wasn't even intentional. Someone just shouted it in shout chat.
Yeah, don't do that, by the way. At least if people ask where the location is, just DM them.
I just exhausted all the hints.
Yeah.
No one said it. But I always like going to like event chat or something for anything I don't want to be spoiling.
Yeah,
so no one can
that's true. I just didn't think about that for some reason, for that thing.
Well,
but
you wouldn't, would you?
Because I thought I was
smart.
I thought I was smarter. But I think most people expected the egg to be in the same zone as the first.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, well, because the first one was.
Yeah, and then when you
realize as well.
Yeah, and then you realize it isn't, and then when you realize where it is, you're just like, why, why there?
I know we talked about this before the show too, but like the location person that's referenced, I don't remember if you go to that spot or talk to that person, if you don't start in Gridania.
I don't think so. I don't know. You might. In what quest line would you even talk to him outside of the Gridania start?
It would be very
side quest.
Yeah, I don't think you actually meet him.
I'll say though, because as you're probably aware, I've been catching up on side quests.
Mm-hmm.
I very recently had the pleasure of doing The Greatest Story Never Told. This is easier. That quest was hard.
That
quest was so hard.
Oh, that's the one where you don't get any hints.
But it's so obscure as well.
It is, and it's also it's different every time for every it's got several So it's hard to like find guides online for it too.
Yeah, God, that was hard.
Yeah,
but yeah. It's interesting that they did a puzzle, like a really, you actually have to think, and it's not just super easy.
This was a cute, fun puzzle.
Yeah, I liked it.
And the hints help people out too. So
yeah.
I feel like everyone could do it.
How do you feel about the outfit?
Really cool.
Very
Although
cute.
One thing I don't like about it is how like there's nothing underneath it. Like you have this really huge gap around your chest.
Oh yeah, you do. You have like your collarbone,
and you can see your shoulders and everything.
Oh,
right?
It's a nice way to show off the legacy tattoo, though, for the legacy players.
Wow.
There you go. We don't really get gear for that very often, but there we go. Yeah, it is
It'd be
weird.
Nice if I could wear a t-shirt or something.
Maybe it's like nice to have, so you can have like to show off like necklaces and stuff. Because there's like a scarf that you can use. There's lots of stuff you can. Yeah.
I like it. I don't really like the leggings actually for the ladies. I kind of just wish it was more like the guys.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people have voiced that opinion.
Yeah,
I'm mostly concerned about the chest piece, to be honest with you.
Mm. I really like the chest piece. I like it mostly.
Kind of okay, but the chest piece is.
You know why I like the chest piece?
Yeah,
because of the stuff at the back. Because I feel like there might be playing with cape physics. Because they don't move like normal, like pre-animated stuff. They might still be like, I don't think they're using, because the veil used in Eternal Bonding is 100% the cape physics, but it's cape physics with gravity turned down because it moves very slowly.
It's nice. I like the way that moves. Though. It's really cool.
Yeah.
If they are like free computers, like
Scythen keeps saying that, but I need actual proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a
What
lot of
proof?
animations
Yeah.
that it can cycle through.
Because it is undeniable that they move differently from other gear. You cannot tell me that they move the same way as a fucking cape does in 14,
it's a bit simpler,
where it literally just looks like when you're wearing a skirt, the skirt is just pants moving with just a little thing in between. This like
the thing is,
bounces off. Yeah.
It's a lot simpler too because it's just 2 points, you know.
Yeah.
When it's like if it's a skirt, it's entire circumference of the thing that has to move.
I think they're very springy bones and not cloth physics, but that's still physics. That's more. I would go more for that. I feel like they put bones in them.
Want that shit boneless?
They've been boning the Spriganeers.
Wow.
And that might be a test. We know that they sometimes do like. They test stuff out with certain gear, and this might be just a test to see if it works. And maybe
they forced you to wear it for the quest so they could see it in stress situations.
Yeah. They literally forced you to wear it. And only the chest piece too, by the way. They only give you the chest piece. So, I don't know. There might be something there. I can't wait to have this in black and white. And then as Shadowbringers comes out, I'll play this on the episode when we all have capes. And I'm like, they were clearly testing for capes for Shadowbringers.
Can we all
make a cape slot?
Yeah.
I want a cape slot.
Yeah.
Wow.
A cape slot. I think
that's old school MMO run.
I think I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah.
Make it like Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Where like one of their big things for an expansion is like we have a cape slot.
Yeah.
Bring that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring that back.
Right. What was I saying?
Compared to last year.
Oh yeah, compared to last year.
What was last year? Was last year the egg that opened up and went squeak squeak, or was that the year before?
That was the year before.
Last one was the one with What was the last one? I missed that giant egg that rolled around Gridania.
Oh right.
That was funny.
That was the mini game where we did the 2D jumper.
Oh yeah.
That was good too. Every Easter so far has been pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
Did you like the big animatronic egg mount?
I loved that.
Oh yeah, that
was
nice.
the year before, wasn't
that
it?
Was
Not
the year
last
before
year,
that.
the one before.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, but it was so annoying to like when it first came out, just hearing the quack quack like everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm glad those times are behind us now.
Okay, we're all gonna get that mount out for
Lana. Yeah. So I think this was a great event. It was short, but it was also. I mean, I like that it was a genuine puzzle. Like you had to think unless you cheated, which you could, but
no shame in that either.
No shame in that either. It's just
no shame.
No.
What's the thing people are saying now? You cheated. You didn't grow.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you look up the answer.
Yeah.
The guy comes to your house.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a fun puzzle, but I'm glad all the things were buyable with Gil, and you didn't have to keep doing that puzzle over and over again for tokens or something.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and everything is you can purchase the other items for Gil, just normal Gil. No, like you don't need.
I love you can just take all the eggs and ruin any house with it. If you have housing access to anyone's house, fill it with eggs, please.
Someone on Reddit posted a picture of like their house just being completely filled with eggs. I love that. That was nice. Right, let's go into our main story, which is the Shadow. Whenever I talk about Stormblood, I say Shadowbringers, and when I talk about Shadowbringers, I talk about Stormblood. Shadowbringers promo website has been updated, and it brings with it some really, really cool stuff. So we're just gonna go look at that. I don't know if we should be in frame or not for this. We'll see how this works.
I think it's mostly in the middle of the screen. So.
Yeah. Okay. Right. There's some
using the cool website design again.
Yeah, again with the moving pictures. I'm 900 years old. Hold on, let me.
I love the way they call them both new cities.
Yeah.
That makes me think that we're gonna get like 2 hubs basically.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that again. There we go. Now it's better. Okay, so Journey to the First, Norvrant. The Flood of Light rendered the vast majority of the First devoid of life. We might have read this one before. With Norvrant remaining as the last bastion. Being a reflection of the source, its climates and environs resemble those of Eorzea, though the cultures of its diverse range of inhabitants have taken an entirely different course over its troubled history. So these are confirmed cities now. So the Crystarium and Yulmore are cities. I believe this was added a while ago, but we didn't cover this. Oh, it's just being covered by us. Well, I'll read it, so it's fine. The Crystarium.
It's like a dwarf helmet.
Oh yeah. A bustling city that developed around the Crystal Tower. So they do call it the Crystal Tower. In the years following its sudden appearance in Lakeland, it serves as a safe haven for people of all races and creeds as they join hands in the struggle against the merciless Sin Eaters. And there's some more pictures here.
God, it's so good.
Very nice, very nice.
It does look very nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Lakeland.
I'll show you. You see Lakeland, and well,
Is that like the new Rowena area.
This is my favorite area because it's so big, it's so open. I love it. And of course, can't stop looking at the proto. I want to just be there. Oh, okay. Whoops. We're moving on. That was the Crystarium. And so, sorry, audio listeners, we're just looking at pictures of the Crystarium. Okay. Now, Yulmore, with its influence extending across the majority of the Isle of Kalusha, this powerful military nation once stood firm against the onslaught of the Sin Eaters. So, our initial theory about how, because we saw the military stuff stored at the bottom of the city-state, it sort of already told us that at some point they were fighting. But they
gave up.
They gave up. Recent years have seen a drastic shift in Yulmore's position, with the wealthy upper classes turning their backs on the plight of the world, indulging in an endless parade of decadence and debauchery.
Those fat cats are getting it on big time.
They're having a great time.
Yeah. Right.
So Yulmore is Limsa, but Kalusha is
Lenosha. Which also sounds almost the same.
It does sound.
I guess it would be more correct to call it Vilbrand. Well, we don't know if Kalusha is the... Because Lenosha is what the Leminsons call
Vilbrand.
Their territory.
Well,
but
yeah.
the island is called Vilbrand, right? It's like the United Kingdom and Great Britain.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's start with Kalusha then, since we're talking about it. The largest island in Norvrant, the greater part of Kalusha, lies under the dominion of Yulmore. What?
Hang on, what? The largest island?
Yeah. Vilbrand is an island.
Well, yeah, I suppose Aldenard is land connected, so yeah.
Yeah. Vilbrand is the largest island in Eorzea. The greater part of Kalusha lies under the dominion of Yulmore, the city of final pleasures. Ooh.
Oh.
Compared to other lands, it is known for experiencing few Sin Eater attacks, a reputation which draws throngs of refugees to its shores.
Interesting.
And then they have this art of a wall and a giant lift in the middle.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Game of Thrones?
100%.
Is it the wall?
Sure, though, I really hope it's a real-time lift that you have to wait for if you miss it.
Yeah.
What? Is it lift on like a timer every hour?
It's like the 11
Not
lifts
that much
where you
longer,
just have to...
cruel.
If you want to get up, you gotta wait your turn every hour on the hour.
Yeah. So
that Lonely Tower.
Yeah, I wanted to point that out because I think that looks like one of the same towers you would see all over 1.0 Lenosha, but they've added I don't
That's
think
Candor Keep Key. That is.
Yeah.
So, do you think this is just the entrance to it, and then with the stuff you see at the very top in the background, like those little buildings? You think that's the part you actually?
Maybe.
The city that you see as well?
You see some sort of spire here, so I wonder if that's Yulmore or something maybe. And it wouldn't, to me it feels wrong.
It could be Yulmor, though.
No, because I thought this was like the volcano. I thought that was Ogomoro. But
kind of like being in Dover.
Yeah, this could just be some sort of settlement or whatever up here, maybe.
Yeah, that's the actual settlement is up there.
Because Yulmor is surely behind us. No, maybe not, because there's another spire here. I don't know. I'm a little confused, because if this is Ogomora, or their version of it, then Limsa has to be behind us. Because Ogomora is to the north, and Limsa is like in the southwestern quadrant of the island. Okay. Is that what are we on about? Kalusha. We haven't seen any other pictures. I just lost.
There's no images of it.
Yeah, I was about. Okay, so that's Kalusha.
That's just concept art for right now. So.
Yeah, we only have the concept art for Kalusha. Okay, let's look at Raktika. Now, also, finally, we have the confirmation that we already knew it was on the first, but I don't know why. Yeah.
I was holding out hope. It might have been.
I don't know why you held on.
Don't put every area there.
It's clear that this expansion is just on the first now. All the new areas are anyway. Raktika. Once, long before its towering trees were seeds, in this millennia-old forest stood the royal capital of an advanced magical civilization, the Ronkan Empire. So is that
advanced magical civilization?
Yeah. Are you saying that's the Allegan equivalent?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
The Rankas?
Well, it could be the Allegan, or Ronka. The stony remnants of its lost grandeur can still be spied beneath the shadowy boughs. And if you look, it kind of has that glowy stuff that we see from the Allegans. So yeah.
I feel like they're kind of like an Aztec Mayan spin on it.
It's like Allegan meets Mayan. It's kind of.
I feel like they're like Galmorans, but if they were the advanced ones.
Galmora meets Allegan, maybe. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because Allegans, well, they did have. Well, no, yeah. Okay.
I mean, they're in the Shroud this time rather than.
Yeah, that's true. But they were in the Shroud as well.
Well, you know.
No, they weren't. Were they? Allegans? Ooh. I actually can't remember if the Allegans ever went into the 12th Wood, if they just left it alone. No, of course, they took over all of Eldenard.
You don't see much Allegan stuff left over in the Shroud, though.
You don't.
No, you don't. Maybe the 12th Wood just fucking swallowed it all. They just... I don't know.
Maybe,
yeah.
Was the 12th Wood always there during their reign, though?
The 12th would have been constant, because remember the Amdapori couldn't even settle inside the main city.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so here's Amarang, however we pronounce it.
That's Ul'dah.
Yeah, it's basically Ul'dah. It was on the edges of this vast desert, occupying the southern expanse of Norrand, that the flood of light was halted. Inhospitable from the beginning, it now lies on the threshold of life and all-consuming radiance.
Inhospitable from the beginning?
Yeah, so that's... No, but it's nice, because it gives us a timeline. Because when did Ul'dah become a desert? Do I need to pick up the lore book? I think I'm going to have to pick up the lore book now.
Wasn't that the...
We're doing it live!
4th Astral Era, maybe? Was it the 4th? Or 6th? Yeah.
Because
fire.
we know that the source... That it's a reflection of the source, but it happened... When did it happen? The Calamity of Fire was the 3rd Umbral. Which means that the Crystal Tower must have appeared after the 3rd Calamity of Fire. What came after the 3rd Calamity of Fire? The Allegan Empire. So I think...
Is it tinfoil hat time already?
That's tinfoil hat right now, because I think the Crystal Tower was built by the Allegans, as it says in the lore book. And then whatever calamity they spurred on made... Because remember, the calamity happened while he opened a gate A
That's
gate was
true.
open and live when the calamity struck.
Mhm.
So the energy, the amount of energy that went through the tower trying to open that portal might have caused the tower to appear on multiple shards. Or just the one. Don't know.
I'm sure that would have been a very disruptive entrance.
Yeah. And it also
Oh,
says that
even so-
it says so in the lore in the story, in the little lore bit that we got for the Crystarium, that the crystal tower just appeared out of nowhere, and there were civilizations that already existed, saw it like materialize, and then they settled around it.
Yeah, but the source split before the calamities happened.
No, I'm talking about the crystal tower.
Yeah,
appearing.
but
oh yeah, the
what
split.
was
now we're...
Thanalan beforehand?
Ugh.
Oh,
Before
fuck.
the calamity of fire, it was surely like a nice area, right?
Oh shit, for my theory to work, the third calamity would have to happen after the crystal tower. Because for some... No, wait. It wouldn't happen...
If it says inhospitable from the beginning, that implies that it was as a horrible desert.
That is...
Or something horrible.
That is impossible, then. Because Ul'dah was not inhospitable from the beginning.
No.
Ul'dah was... temperate, as far as
I suppose a bit similar to, like, the area
Lenosha.
around Wineport.
Yeah, it was like tropical almost. Like it was...
So it can't have been if it was a perfect copy of the source.
Well, that
Instead of
a part of the puzzle is still missing.
We'll see an NPC there, and he'll be like, "Hey, did you know that this happened?" And I'll be like, "Oh wow, that was the answer the entire time."
Yeah, you'll go and
Thanks.
you'll just have the option. What's this area all about?
Maybe. Oh,
Need a
but
big spiel.
Alamigo was. But sorry, it's in the southern expanse of Norrand.
Yeah, so it can't.
Alamigo is in the northeast.
We won't get Alamigo. Like a copy of that, will we?
No,
No,
I
there's
wouldn't, because
probably
Alamigo
not.
was a pretty recent.
Because it's very clear
thing,
Yoshi P just fucking hated Alamigo. Just
Yeah.
made a dungeon. I'm just saying.
Well, we're not going to get Dravania either. I don't think.
No. We're gonna get a
just
Realm Reborn.
What? Do you think things like dragons are just unique to the source?
Well, they came from a different planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they just
think
came
so,
to
yeah.
the source, and that's it.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm assuming
No,
so.
that
yeah.
means no more dragons. I don't have to see another one in my life.
Unless instead of it would just
Okay.
being the planet that split, it's the entire universe,
Okay,
right?
okay. Before we
Oh,
move on,
fuck.
though, is this? I think it might be a retcon of Ul'dah's story, maybe a
Maybe.
mini retcon.
Do you
of-
think so?
Yeah, because if
Or
this
maybe
is
it just-
supposed to be Thanalan, it doesn't make sense that they both have had a calamity of fire, which made their temperate climate a desert. I don't know.
I think it just might be different.
How do you mean
like-
different? It even says that the climates are the same on Norrand. So something's
mean,
not
it-
lining up here, Rollo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to read this again.
Okay.
With Norrand remaining as being a reflection of the source, its climates and environs resemble those of Eorzea, though the cultures of its diverse range of inhabitants have taken an entirely different course over its troubled history. We're just basing this on the lore we're getting, guys.
Okay.
So right now, that doesn't quite line up. But okay, let's move on
All
to...
the others kind of fit.
Yeah, the others
You
kind
know,
of fit.
One is a forest that's just become light. One of them's a plains that just become light.
What if calamities affect all shards?
No. Don't be crazy, Conrad. Because when a calamity happens, one forms back into the source.
Yeah, but this one is the closest to the source, though, so it'll...
Is it?
The first shard is closest to the source.
How is it? Is there a definite answer that
No.
it goes
Well-
source and then 1 to 13? Because I always imagine it in the middle and then it splits either side, which is why you have a light side, which is the first, and a dark side, the 13th.
I thought they fell in chronological order. The 13th, the 12th, the 11th, the 10th.
I don't know.
The 13th was the first shard to fall, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why was the 13th and not the 7th the first to fall?
No, I agree that the 13th is on one side and the first on the second. I just don't know where the source fits in between them.
Well, we don't know. We need like a chart. We need a chart
we need to see how it's set up.
How like.
Well, I mean, you remember the bit with in the trailer when it's zooming in towards the Crystal Tower, and then you see the layout of all the shards and the source, with the source being in the center, and then
there's like two lines going out, right? Or do they go in?
It's like a semicircle with the source in the center. So I mean, I don't know if that's accurate. If it's spatial positioning, would that even matter?
It's a circle. It's a circle. So 13 can be on one side and first on the other, right?
Okay.
So it depends on. So the 13th and the first are both closest to the source in that circle.
Okay. Interesting.
But that's what we don't know if that's because we have like the concept of seeing the shards, like it's how you can imagine that. That's like trying to imagine like what's inside a black hole. It's hard. How do you see a shard? A shard can't. It's not like it's a.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
The only reason it is of any interest to me is because one is like fully light and one is fully dark.
Yeah.
That means that there must be some sort of order to them, but maybe there isn't.
No, because
plus, if the first and the 13th were the closest to the source, why wouldn't they form part of it each calamity?
Also, wouldn't that also? Well, you see, actually, if we think about the circle theory, the calamity was they were opening a portal to the 13th. And if the first is also close to the source, the calamity might have opened the gates on both sides, and the Crystal Tower materialized in both of those. So there's one in the 13th and one in the first. We very. This is heavy theory crafting.
This is off the wall.
This is off. we're reaching a little bit right now, but it's fine. Okay, let's look at Ilmeg. Tucked away in the mountains.
I love Ilmeg.
This enchanted land was once home to the kingdom of Vobert. More lore! More lore!
Vobert!
Yeah, Vobert. Ooh. When men abandoned it following the Flood of Light, it instead became home to the Fey folk, the playful and childlike pixies chief among them.
I love fairy sort of things.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
That's amazing.
It's interesting that we're getting, because we've been like, oh, it's so nice, but also this is a little sad also, because these aren't nice. Like the people that originally lived here had to flee, so these creatures aren't. So we now kind of know that these are beings of light.
It doesn't suggest that they force them out.
No, but it does suggest that they are not nice, and it sort of makes it easier for us to understand why we have to fight their queen or their monarch.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, can't wait to kill her.
Here's
some fairies.
We've seen these screenshots before, but it is very nice.
Can you imagine going here and then going in G pose and turning on strengthened effects or something?
Oh god,
it's gonna be bright.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice.
Well, that dungeon, the one that's like lime green.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that one soon.
Weird.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Okay, and then the final one.
This might be my favorite one.
Is Lakeland, a verdant region centered around the source, which I have to say again, centered around the source.
Why are you saying that?
The Great Lake whence it derives its name. Rich in ether, this land has long been held sacred by the elves, its original inhabitants. Nowadays, it falls under the aegis of the Crystarium, mankind's final bastion in the war against Sin Eaters. It's centered around the source. What does it mean?
Why is it saying that?
I think that means a tower.
Yeah,
the Crystal Tower.
Are they aware of the source? Is that like a concept for them? Like they understand the concept of the source?
I mean,
maybe at least partly.
The same period of time.
Because they have the concept of the Warrior of Darkness.
Yeah,
so maybe there's at least some kind of hint.
Yeah, I almost have a feeling that they learned about it when the tower appeared. That is because that's like big disruption.
No.
What do you mean? Why are you so against the fucking Crystal Tower thing? Explain, Myla.
I'm just trying to also read chat as well. I'm trying to figure out. They're suggesting a lake's called the source. I'm just trying to reread the sentence.
Possibly, that could be too.
No.
Because if it's supposed to be like
No. It's called Lakeland. It's saying that the Great Lake is where it derives its name from. Lakeland. The Great Lake.
Maybe the source is the lake. Maybe the source is
They call the lake the source?
I don't know, maybe.
They could. It's worded weird. Because why wouldn't they call this source land? Why Lakeland if the lake has a name?
Oh!
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the name, it does say center around the source.
The source with a big S.
And then they say, and then after, the Great Lake whence it derives its name, so...
Yeah.
I get. It sounds like the lake's name is the source.
The source. Okay.
It's still interesting that they chose that name, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably really dense in ether too, kind of like.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Interesting.
They didn't quite hit the concept art in this one.
No, they
really.
Went...
You don't like it?
No, because it's more.
No,
purple.
I love it, but it's it's like lilac rather than bright.
But that's just the game's like. In 14, we have like a mud filter on our clients and everything.
But the game has the function to filter it to look nicer, but you just can't do that outside of GPOs.
Yeah.
But I don't want to use reshade or anything.
No. Well, there it is.
Cool pictures. Concept art will always be better than the real thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Right. That's those are the new areas of Norrant.
Really. Just.
Do you think?
I love it.
Do you think this is it?
No, we're gonna have more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We usually get about 5 zones, don't we?
Yeah, and then then a secret one. They never reveal the secret one.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
What if that one's Garlemald?
No, because it specifically says they don't. Oh, you mean Garlemald as in on the source on Heidelin?
Yeah.
No, we're not going to Garlemald.
That would be madness.
I held out for so long. I was hoping.
I was 100% confident, Rollo, that would be this expansion.
That's what I thought.
So far off.
I don't know if I cursed it. I don't think I cursed it.
You've cursed most of.
I think I might have cursed Garlemald.
You just cursed the Vieira.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I might have to go back in the archives to see if I've cast a curse on Garlemald too.
There's definitely also cursed that. There would be like another race that's male only.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. New trials.
Took me by surprise.
Lady Anya.
Titania.
She's a cutie.
A being of great power, Titania holds sway over the pixies and other fey folk of Ilmeg, folk who, despite their notoriously temperamental natures, bow before their ruler, one and all.
We knew about
her, but now here's Innocence.
This shocked me because of how he was presented.
Innocence sits at the top of the hierarchy of sin eaters, the beings that emerge from the flood to plague what remains of mankind. Beyond that, its nature and purpose remain shrouded in mystery. So this is the guy that just don't want to tell us anything about.
Yeah.
His hair, blends
blends
into his armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The structure of the website indicates these are Susano and Lakshmi.
Yeah.
But they can't be.
Yeah, because they're not going to show off the last guy.
Why would they put Innocence as the 67 fight or whatever? 66.
Yeah.
Or 77. Don't make sense.
Yeah.
And where's like the other Beast Tribe one? We need another Beast Tribe one.
Mm-hmm. They might still have something to reveal at some point. We're not done. We still have like a big fan fest coming up soon. So no, I said fan fest.
Live letter.
Live letter is what I'm trying to say. There's not another fan fest. Don't worry. Okay. New tribes. Notice it says tribes.
3.
It doesn't say beast tribes. 3. Which is more than what was announced initially for Stormblood, right? Because we only got 2 announced there. The Snake Ladies and
the... Go on.
Ananta and Kojin.
Kojin.
Yeah.
Got it before chat.
Yeah. So here's...
There's a delay, though.
So we're getting 3. Maybe we're getting 4 then. They're giving... Like, maybe they shove in a 4th one at the end. Like they did with the Nama.
The days we're going to get.
Well, yeah.
So pixies, though they boast a command of magic unrivaled in Norrand, pixies generally limit their sphere of activity to Ilmeg, dancing among the winds on colorful wings. Do not be fooled, however. These are often as cruel as they are carefree. That's the pixies. The Nomu.
Sounds like a pixie.
The Nomu, though somewhat canine in appearance, the Nomu are indeed members of the Fae, and make their homes in Ilmeg. They are more fairly disposed towards man than their pixie cousins, however, and maintain close ties with the people of Vobert in its day.
I thought they were going to be.
This is where they're getting you, Lucio. This is where they're getting you. The pixies aren't going to be a beast tribe. It's just the other two.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
That is why they don't.
Because of the way it wrote that. The way it wrote that sentence was like, these are the ones you'll talk to. The pixies are evil.
The pixies are just a weird, like, they're trying to pull, they're pulling our leg.
Trying to
here.
make you think you've got more than you're actually getting.
Oh, you sly bastards. I'm surprised that Nomu is on the first, because we always assumed they were going to be in the Dalmasca region. Also, by the way, the whole Dalmasca theory completely gone, by the way. In pieces. Shattered.
Nothing's happening there anyway.
Return to Evilly sort of set the stage quite a bit. There was like a command. We thought that Princess Ash was alive. There was a lot of shit, and she's like the heir to the throne of Dalmasca. So,
and they showed the map.
They showed the full map. They even showed that weird troop guy being like
the stinger at the end.
They showed the judge Gabram.
They had the judges,
Mm-hmm.
Where is that going? Well, what are you doing? I just realized that right now.
It's like the Warriors of Darkness. They'll come back next expansion.
Yeah. That'll be 6.0.
That'll be 6.0. That's going to be the Ilsabard expansion, I guess.
Yeah. Ugh. I love how the Numo look like they've got a cold constantly.
Yeah. I love them, though. They're very, very cute. And the dwarves. This insular tribe dwells upon Mount Gulg in Kalusha. Mount Gulg is what it's called. It's Ogomoro.
Mount Gulg. So they're the slight kobolds?
They're like the kobolds, yeah. Oh, that kind of makes sense because the kobolds
they live in a mountain, of course they do.
Yeah.
They're dwarves.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. And they probably are the ones who built the lift.
Yeah.
That's maybe that is that.
Do you think the dwarves or the Fae will be? Which one do you think will be the crafting one? Or do you think they'll wait for the?
Surely
I think they'll wait. I think if we got all three of them, maybe it'd be the Numo.
I can't really see the Nomu.
We'll just get two.
I can't really see the Nomu as like a battle race. Like they look very peaceful. Like they're not really built for combat. We'll see. I
mean, maybe they just like whip their head around.
But I do have to say that the ears. The dwarves are miners, like as it says. It's diminutive people rarely leaving their community of their birth. Dwarves are known for their skill at mining. How do you pronounce that?
Metallurgy
and crafting mechanical. There's an American and a British pronunciation, of course.
I don't know.
And crafting mechanical marvels. But they themselves consider the true marks of dwarfhood to be respect for tradition and adherence to strict ancestral laws.
That sounds just like a dwarf.
Yeah, your basic
do not
dwarf.
Take their helmets off at any point in game.
I never want to see.
There's gonna be at the end, the last quest when you rank up. They're gonna be like, "I love you," and then they take off their little helmet and you say, "There's just a Lalafell," and they're like,
"That is a real beard."
No,
that's a real beard, and they have yellow eyes.
No. It's just fake.
I can't tell you how annoyed that made me.
It's attached to the helmet. So when they take that off, it's just for heating. They're just the heating. So the eye. It doesn't even explain the eyes. Then if they take it off, I don't think they'll take it off.
I think it's just like a look thing.
It was a joke thing, right? Just that they used the Lalafell.
No, they were showing because they are the equivalent of Lalafells on Heidelin, right?
Yeah.
And they're probably using the skeleton of a Lalafell for the dwarves.
But they actually, that is a beard. And
that is a beard, I'm pretty sure. We haven't seen the female dwarves yet, though, so I don't know how that works. We'll see.
They are, wow.
What do the female dwarves look like? Do they
the same,
traditionally? They
dwarves always have beards, don't they? Female dwarves always have beards.
Do they have that in 3 or 4 as well?
I can't remember.
Maybe we didn't.
Everyone has to have a beard.
They're in 9 as well, weren't they?
Yeah. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll see them soon enough if they are there. Right. That's the story part. Actually, dwarves. Well, they do actually have an axe, so they might be more of a battle.
I think dwarves in general are battle.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this expansion. It's high fantasy, so it's gone for like traditional, dwarves and folklore stuff. So dwarves will be battle related. Pixies will be kind of like the Moogles or the Sylphs, maybe.
Yeah.
A bit trickstery.
Yeah.
Like they have a bit of.
Yeah.
Nummo though.
I think Nummo is like.
I can think of is they have like discuses that they put in their ear flaps and they spin it around really fast and shoot the discus out their ear flaps.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see soon. Okay, now I have to go to systems on this website to get to the races and the jobs. The jobs I understand.
Oh god, look at the Moogle icon. It's so bad.
You don't like the MogStation logo?
No, you know why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It looks worse like that. They would not cut it in.
Let's just say it for our audio listeners. It looks like a butthole. It looks like a Moogle seen from the back opening his asshole. There you go.
Like,
think about that every time you look at the MogStation logo, please. Right. Here we go. Let's talk about the jobs.
Yeah.
They gave us
look how much room they gave for more jobs on the website.
Yeah. Okay, Gunbreaker. It's a Rothguard job.
To be honest, can't wait.
Interesting.
It's really cool.
The Rothgar of Northern Ilsabard have passed the art of the gunblade from one generation to the next. The weapon itself combines.
Northern.
Yeah.
So they.
We'll get to it. The weapon itself combines a sword with a firing mechanism, emitting a range of magical effects by utilizing etherically imbued cartridges. So also, the next sentence confirms our other theory about the naming convention. Originally employed by Queen Gunhilder's personal guard, they were once known as Gunhilder's Blades, and differ greatly from the similarly named weapons used in the Garlean Empire. So they're using Nordic names.
That explains why it's different.
Yes, that explains also why it's different.
So they've covered all bases. And
Yep.
It's just so worried about it being a machinist style craft, but
I mean, it's gonna have a loading mechanic. I think that's
yeah.
But don't be so like harsh with like the
don't make it like machines
RNG
or like Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I love the I just love the artifact gear too for Gunbreaker.
Yeah,
it's very
I
cool.
just think they look a really aesthetically cool job.
Yeah.
The only thing that bothers me is that the gunblade looks really short.
Yeah.
I wish I prefer like the
here comes Dark Knight Runner.
No.
the gunblade be 46 feet?
No. Not even that. I prefer
I know what you mean.
The long and wispy Garlean ones. Like they seem
Yeah, they are cool.
Bayonet ones.
But that's how Squall had it, and Squall's the original gunblade. So
yeah.
Was Skull's gunblade that short? I didn't play, so
Squall's is fairly short. Yeah.
Okay.
It's cooler than that though.
Yeah.
And maybe Garlands did just steal this technology to make their own.
They could have, yeah. Now that we know that
don't even go down that rabbit
they
hole.
hail from the same region, so they've sort of someone started. Someone who made it first. We'll know one day.
I imagine they stole it.
Yeah. Okay, so
what
Dancer.
Is he attacking them?
Sorry,
oh my god,
it's armadillo.
That's the armadillo.
The brightest skill ever.
Okay, Dancer.
Oh,
look at that!
I don't even know if this is something we can have up on Twitch, but
oh my goodness!
From the and I love this. That this is confirmed.
I think I can see her private.
From the Near Eastern nation of Thavnair. So that's confirmed. It's a Thavnarian job. Comes a troupe of bewitchingly graceful performers. So that's all I wanted. It would have been a complete failure if this was not from Thavnair. What are you on about, man?
Thavnarian Vieira. Not heard of them before.
Well, she's obviously from the first.
Oh,
she could. I mean,
isn't she the one? Oh, she's not the one that dances in the trailer. I thought she was the one in the trailer.
Aren't these like promo art pieces usually just supposed to be Warriors White or whatever?
Yeah. Remember, Mala, when this expansion comes out, Vieira
just being obnoxious.
Vieira existed in 1.0 at that point.
Yeah,
they have been here all along.
They've traveled the world. You're gonna go and like Horsefon will be like, "Oh, you're a Vieira. That's really cool. I love Vieira. They've been around for ages."
Yeah. But in on the source, this is where dancers come from Thavnair.
Which makes sense.
Though certainly elegant and beautiful, their movements also speak of martial discipline, of a pulsing, persistent energy whose rhythm can inspire souls and soothe troubled hearts. Inured to the hardships of the road, these dancers have learned to land throwing weapons with the same exacting precision as their footfalls, removing any who would obstruct the endless beat of the dance.
I mean, you got to say, when he says they're certainly elegant and beautiful, he's talking about the concept of that, right? He's not talking about the road you're in with...
Just
guys...
Question about the art. What guys? What are you saying, Rollo? What meme?
The guys better have heels, too. I want guy heels.
Oh, yeah. They've already shown the male one. They're very much covered up.
They need flats, Rollo. They've got flats. They've got big boots.
Everyone has to wear heels.
Yeah. The thing in the back, is that the Thavnarian coat of arms?
I need to know more about that.
I think it might be. There's something familiar about it. But it's got the gem. You see the diamond at near her ass?
Oh, yeah.
This is so 14 right now.
Good mark.
See the diamond near her ass. Also, I love that I'm more interested in what's behind her.
I mean, yeah, once you've got over her,
it's easy to get over that ass. Okay.
Yeah. It's even easier to get over that one. I mean, God, in-game. God.
Yeah, okay.
This is like a Makote.
Right, that's that, and then those are the jobs, the lore behind them, the little lore that we've been given so far. Basically, Gunbreaker.
Down to the races. The first bit of the video was just her ass.
Yeah, Gunbreaker from
that vet.
Wow.
Gunbreaker is from Ilsebard, and Dancer is from Thavnair.
Not just Ilsebard, Northern Ilsebard. That's important.
Yeah.
When we're going forward.
Yes, because now here's the lore on Hrothgar, which we've been waiting for. There's quite a lot, okay?
Lady, calm down.
So should I think I'm going to read the summary at the bottom first, and then we'll read the clans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hailing from the distant shores of Ilsebard, the Hrothgar are a burly people of lion-like appearance, or the males are at least.
Burly?
Females number staggeringly few among their population, and thus are rarely so much as glimpsed by the other races.
Yeah.
I talked about this.
Guys.
I talked about this before we went on air, but to me it sounds more and more like they really wanted Hrothgar as the new race.
Yeah,
but then
100%.
people just kept screaming for Vieira, so they were like, okay, a compromise, I guess. We'll just make a female Vieira and a male Hrothgar. Because they put a fucking queen as their leader. Why would they do that? I mean, they clearly, it sounds almost to me like they were intending to have a female Hrothgar perhaps at some point.
Do you think we'll see the queen and she'll be like a Midlander with like a lion head?
Oh.
Like she'll have the lion head PvP mask on.
Yeah.
It's just on the
it gets too awkward though, because if they do add in the female version in the future, they've already set up a lore where they're like not seen at all.
There's staggeringly few, which is weird because Vieira has a lore reason for it, but in Hrothgar they're just like, oh, there's just not that many of them.
For now,
how is that? How do you your population's gonna be dwindling? But yeah, I don't know. They might have done that to keep it open, because if they say that it's like staggeringly few, it doesn't like make it so that it would be lore breaking to have them in the game at some point. Right. The Hrothgar's imposing countenance, mitigated not at all by their sharp claws and still sharper fangs, incited panic amongst the Eorzeans upon their arrival, as they were also unable to communicate. Initial interactions with the common folk often escalated into conflict. It was not until the Hrothgar gained mastery of the common tongue that the fears were allayed, and in time they would be as neighbors, welcome in all corners of the realm.
All corners of the realm. They've literally never been anywhere.
So, like, you know how, like, when Al Ra first came over, they were like, oh my god, they're like, we're dragon people. Were they like dragons? Oh my god! And then it's gonna be like, oh my god, the Krellers, they're learning how to talk and walk upright. What happened?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So they are divided into two clans. How do we pronounce this? Helions or Hellions?
Hellions.
Hellions.
Helions. I'd probably go for Hellions.
Hellions.
Yeah.
Helions.
Heli, yeah. The Helions and the She-Lions.
Yeah. That's what the female is going to be called. It's going to be a different clan than the She-Lions. Hrothgar of the... What are we saying? What is our official stance?
Hellions.
Hellions?
Can we all agree on that?
We have to vote.
Yeah.
Helions? Hellions? We have to decide which one.
Oh, we're saying something different.
We're voting. Yeah, see, you're saying...
I'm saying Helions.
Helions?
I'm going to say Hellion.
You know what? It's based on a real word.
It is. That's true. It's based on Helios. Yeah.
Okay, so Helions.
Okay, Helion.
Helions. Yeah. Helions. Okay, done. Yep. That is our official pronunciation.
I mean, I'm waiting for the game to come out.
Yeah, but right now that's our official stance. Helions. Hrothgar of the Helion clan are easily discerned from their counterparts by the warm color of their fur. In ages past, they could be found primarily in the southern region of Ilsabard, devout servants of their queen, one and all. Though they themselves had no word to describe their clan, scholars came to name them Helions after observing how the people's lives all but revolved around their queen's needs as planets circle the sun. They also made the queen extremely important to a race. So,
yeah, but it's in the past, remember? It's all in the past.
We don't know if she's not even alive or dead.
She might be, but they've given us the option that it could just be a past.
Yeah, maybe now. Because of Viera, it's in the past. Because they could make female Hrothgars, they changed the lore. Gunhildr is no more.
You think they still live in the southern region of Ilsabard? I don't think so. I think they've been pushed to the corners.
I think they're like in a really remote region or something.
Yeah.
Like Garlands, I don't feel like going to.
Yeah.
Remember the southern part of Ilsabard is where they went to the Black Rose like camp thing that had been destroyed.
Yeah. Okay, the Lost. Unlike their Helion, this is the second clan, which is like they're
like snow
leopards.
Snow white.
Yeah. Unlike their Helion brethren, the Lost have always been. What's our official pronunciation of the Lost? Are we going for the Lost or the Lust or the
Loust?
The Loust.
Let's go with that. Make it long.
The Lust. Okay, sorry. Unlike their Helion brethren, the Lost have always been a free-spirited people, aptly named for their traditionally nomadic lifestyle, unbound by the whims of any reigning monarch. They are known to ply. This is literally Rollo. They are known to ply you bow to no queen. They are known to ply various trades, from seasonal worker to mercenary to peddler.
Seasonal worker. Father Christmas.
Yeah, they got some temp jobs going on. They're on a work visa.
They are reluctant, however, to
Oh my god!
What?
They were the egg in Gridania rolling around.
Yeah, there was a Hrothgar in there.
Yeah. They are reluctant, however, to undertake duties at odds with their propensity to travel. The cold, wintry colors of their fur are said to serve as a symbol of their independent nature, which drove them far from the warm embrace of their queen.
So they don't have the queen.
Yeah.
They're happy with...
Like that name is so cheesy. The Lost.
The Lost. Yeah.
Are you going to be a Lost boy? I'm going to be a Lost boy.
I mean, they're lost because they don't have a queen, I guess.
Remember that these names are things that we came up with.
Yeah. This is what the Eorzeans. Yeah. They didn't have a name.
Oh, they don't have a queen. I guess they're just lost.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm assuming they started... At some point, they all started as Helions, right? And then a fraction fell out. And then they just became the Lost.
I still think they look okay.
They look...
I'm sort of warming up to them.
It's the sort of legs
This is
and
the
arms
bad
that
picture I don't
worries.
like.
That's not a good picture. It's the legs and arms that worry me, though, because they're kind of just like big like Simpson legs and arms.
Yeah.
I like the claws, though.
I don't like whatever's happening here. I don't like...
Yeah, he's a very spicy boy.
Yeah,
you like the Frohawk, dude?
Am I the only one thinking that the dude on the left, his head is too small? Like his
too
body's
small.
so. He reminds me of the Goomba from the Super Mario movie.
I think it's because he doesn't have as much hair as all.
Yeah.
to, like,
I think
kinda
I've
fill it
seen
out.
him at a certain club.
What if you get head sliders for
my God.
Rothgar? I'm gonna make the smallest head.
I want to turn on big head mode to 14, please.
Oh yeah. Also, it's probably worth mentioning that there was an edit on this one because he had some customization. He had some
On the Lost, we should say.
yeah, on the Lost. Sorry for our audio listeners. The Lost one had a hairstyle. He had a longer ear, and he had some stuff above his eyebrow, and it would clip. So they changed.
He had like
it so it
darker
wouldn't clip.
teeth, didn't he?
Yeah, his teeth were different too. They had like black teeth. Yeah, his teeth were different. Okay, next we have the Viera. I love the first line. It's almost mocking a little bit, but here it goes. Of tall stature and slender frame, the Viera's physical appearance is strikingly similar to that of the Hure and Ellison. Save for their distinctive long ears. It literally
It's
just
like,
saying,
Yoshi's gone, we've done another one.
yeah. Here you go,
And he's
I
right.
guess.
He's so right.
Adhering to a strict code known as the Green Word, they are prohibited from contact with the outside world under a threat of exile. Their society is purely matriarchal.
Yep.
And males of age are seldom, if ever, found within the bounds of any village. They instead serve as protectors of the wood from the shadows, that no evil may ever encroach on their sacred lands.
Green Word.
Do you think they mean weed?
Yeah, maybe.
So, again, it is funny though, because the pressure from the community has sort of made it so that they have to mention the other gender in the description almost. So it sort of leaves the door a little open for 6.0, I guess, for a future gender maybe. So the Viera is split in two clans, the Rava and the Vina, as expected. I think this came as a surprise to no one. So Viera of the Rava clan live primarily in the Golmore jungle, their umber skin allowing them to readily blend in with their surroundings. Though the males, again, stand as wards of the forest, the females are adept hunters in their own right, fiercely guarding their homes and their young. Despite attempts by the Dalmaskins to subjugate them, they have ever maintained a self-governing dominion. Though most would adhere to the traditions of the wood, some few have chosen to venture out into the world.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
This is random.
Rava.
When you look at the Rava,
Yeah.
does anyone else just think of like Destiny's Child era Beyonce? Specifically the Rava one. Like, does anyone else get that feeling?
Yeah,
Oddly enough, now that you say it, yeah. There is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, now Vina.
It's Vina that interests me.
Yeah.
Because of where they're from, nothing else.
Yeah. With skin as fair as the snow-capped mountains towering above, the Vina clan make their homes in the forests lining the southwestern foothills of the Skatay Range. Like the members of their sister clan, the Vina live as hunters and gatherers, laboring not only to protect the woods, but to nurture them. As the winds of war swept up a number of those who left their mountain homes, many such hardened hunters chose to set out for the distant shores of Eorzea.
Okay.
The Skatay Range.
So these are the more wandering ones in the Rava.
I really don't have anything to add about the Viera.
I mean, what I really want to know is like, what's the racial differences between them aside from the skin choices? Because it sounds like the Rava are going to be like the more browner and darker ones. And
Yeah.
That's it, right?
But is it like
their ears are probably slightly different? Like if you look at the Vina, she's got like chubbier ears. You see, like shorter. There's chub ears.
But is that just like an ear option, or
They probably
I
have.
think what you need to understand,
set-
Rollo, is that the Rava will have +5 fire resistance, whereas the Vina will have +5 ice resistance.
Mhm.
yes? How could I ever forget those
Mhm.
important
Mhm.
stats?
No, I'm assuming that they have unique sets for ears for each clan, probably.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
like not much.
Yeah.
They even have the same racial gear, which is obvious. They wouldn't change it.
Oh,
There's
do they?
nothing different.
They don't.
The
They don't.
Hrothgar have the same
The
racial
Rava
gear,
has
though.
different. Look at
Do
the
they?
Vina has like the red cut
So
off.
does the Rava.
Oh, yeah,
No,
it
they
does.
both
See
have.
very well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
don't
god, they
have it.
do have the same.
I mean, obviously, all
well,
races-
clans,
Oh,
all
oh,
clans have the same. What are
They've
we on
always
about?
had the same racial
They're
gear.
not
What are you
different.
talking about?
They're the same
but
race.
nothing changes. Nothing changes between them.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Except for like one will have a slightly lighter palette.
Do you see how they made their poses change so it looks like the Rava on the left has a bigger
Bigger-
front
bigger-
load than the
Yeah.
Badonko?
yeah, on the right.
Mhm.
Just want to point that out. I don't want to look at these. We're gonna get banned for looking at this. This is just.
That's Beyonce. Look, that's
Oh.
Beyonce. Is that not just Beyonce?
Yeah, that is Beyonce.
That's
They do have nice faces.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ, Square Enix! Oh my god! Okay.
We were
Literally
assaulted
just an
by-
ass.
We were assaulted by ass, guys. It was terrifying. I don't know. I thought I was gonna die.
Okay, it also briefly shows us the trust system. Briefly is
And
the
Yoshi
word.
P's character.
And Yoshi P's character, he managed to sneak that in.
The
Which
official website.
really isn't worth talking about yet because it's the same info we already know. Also mentions New Game Plus, the increased level cap to 80, and new gear and crafting recipes.
Like they need to tell us that. This expansion will have no new crafting recipes, so...
It also at some point on the website mentions the Ishgardian restoration thing.
yeah, I think that's in gameplay.
That is in gameplay?
Which
Okay,
I think you missed entirely.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything really new. They just mentioned the Alliance raid with...
Yeah, but it's got lovely... it looks nice.
The art is nice.
And there's-
I really want to know what some of those people in the background are, because you can easily tell that that a few of them are just like androids from
Mhm.
Automata, but some of them are just not.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
The one on the right specifically, like
Yeah.
the 3 sets of them.
Hooded one?
Yeah, the hooded one, the one with the fedora, I
Oh,
think,
yeah.
and then the one with the hood are things that you don't
Oh,
see
yeah.
anything like that in Automata or even near.
Okay. Well, there you go. The exciting new raid written by guest creators Yoko Taro and Yosuke Saito will see Final Fantasy and Nier come together as never before. What grand adventure awaits the enigmatic automaton garbed
You can do it.
What?
You can do it.
garbed in white. And it shows Yoko Taro and Saito there. We're not gonna go through that again.
I gotta say one thing though.
Say one
Go-
thing, Rollo.
One thing. Okay, so I had said before that's 2P, right? Which is the white outfit version of 2B.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an interview one day where they asked, "Well, what does the P stand for? What does 2P mean?" And then they just said it stands for Panasonic.
Okay.
So it's,
Why not?
So if that's 2P, Panasonic will be the TV company will be canon to 14.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. At Eden, there's just the same line that we've
Literally
read
nothing.
before. Beyond the boundaries of Norwent lies the empty, a land drowned in the primordial light of the flood. To redress the balance of the elements, our hero must wield a power to the likes of which the first has never known. The power of Eden. I don't think that was
What?
actually
Oh,
in there.
what does that mean?
The
That
power
sounds more like
of
a Eureka
Eden.
thing.
Uh,
Is the 8-man raid also Eureka?
Yeah, well, maybe 8 is the reference then.
Maybe.
Because Eden is a thing.
Okay,
so-
that could be interesting.
We're getting back on the 8 track now. We're back on the Final
Oh.
Fantasy 8 possibility again. But yeah, still nothing here.
Nothing.
This is of course the one
I need
with.
to see footage. You surely would have seen something.
Don't
need
forget
to
who's part of this project. It's gonna be delayed.
That's true.
you guys are so mean to me. Come
No,
on.
every
don't,
single project Nomura has been on has been delayed. He is the
Wow.
master of delays.
Just
Be
when he's
careful on
producing.
this one.
Remember,
Luke,
Rollo. What?
Don't hover over the middle one. Just be careful on
Oh
this.
yeah, I'll be careful. I know. Remember, Rollo, that
Yes.
when they were gonna show Eden at fucking Paris Fan Fest, but it wasn't done.
Oh.
Yeah, that
And
bit
then
of
we
artwork
get to
wasn't
the
done.
GAP Fan Fest, and they show us this one picture of a sprout coming out of the ground and 2 lines of text. It's not
showed the
done.
character.
I'm sure they're like, oh my fucking god, Nomura, can you fucking hurry? And he's like, I'm almost done. They're like, oh my god, someone just draw something. And they're like, okay, fuck, I'll draw a sprout, I guess. And they're like, yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Put the pitch in there too. The pitch that we gave to Nomura. We'll put that in. That's what they get. 100%. That's what happened.
He did the character.
He's like,
too,
and then he's like,
though.
oh, Yoshi P. And they're like, yeah, what the fuck? Look, I drew this character with a hammer. We don't have hammers in this game. The fuck are you doing?
Do you want me to redraw it? It'll take 2 years.
Okay, I can start drawing again. No. We'll keep it. Okay.
It's exactly what happened. For sure.
Do you know what the sad thing is, though? He actually started on that raid when 1.0 was out.
Yeah, this is an old 1.0 idea. He doesn't even know. He's still reporting to Tanaka. Tanaka's like, I don't even work for Square Enix anymore. Yeah, whatever. Here's the latest art. Tanaka, look, I drew a hammer.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
You did a good job. I like
That's
that
good.
hammer.
Who are you again? Okay, so there are some pictures of the instanced dungeons. They don't really show anything, but there is a line of text.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. As light threatens to engulf Norrand, her people would seek sanctuary in shadow. Yet even the dark denies them solace. What new dangers lurk in the new dungeons of Shadowbringers? So the first picture...
Cover your eyes.
We're not going to do that yet. We're just going to look at the first picture and I have to describe it for our audio listeners first.
It's got a little bit of mine aesthetic going on.
Yeah.
This is like
More than Raktika does.
This is that
old
Empire
right?
dungeon, I think.
Yeah.
Ronken.
Wrong.
It's a little unfortunate for a Norwegian that it's called Ronken.
Oh, why is that? Would you like to share why?
It might be the same word. It almost sounds like the same word as the word for slapping your salmon in Norwegian.
Wow.
So.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go Ronken if you don't mind.
Okay.
You're Ronken.
Well, okay. I'm glad I said that.
So much power now.
That looks like
It's either that or it's like no, it is that. It is them.
yeah.
This is in the Raktika Greatwood.
Yeah. And then cover your eyes if you're watching the video because it's about to get bright. It's about to get there's what looks like an Ilmegian dungeon.
John,
This looks like the
love
cow
flower
level.
fields in the background.
Oh, whoops.
It
Yeah.
does look like the secret
Can we
cow
just
level.
point out this creature right here? We're slightly covering it on
Oh my
stream.
god, that's horrible.
That looks like a paisa with glasses almost. Or is it like
There's another one in the center too.
Yeah, is it like an owl? I don't even
The layout of the dungeon though, it looks
It's like a
complicated.
yeah.
Like-
It probably won't be, but it's yeah. I'm sure it
Yeah.
won't be that
It
complicated.
looks like a nightmare.
Yeah, sorry to make you guys just throw up rainbows looking at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone who's still with us,
If you've survived
on to
this
the third one.
screenshot. Okay, here's the third one. As light threatens to no, that's this. It doesn't change for
It
the
doesn't change the
dungeons.
text.
Yep.
So again, this is where. Now this is confusing because this isn't where you stole and
100% not.
or is
no.
it?
No, it's not because these are not wooden buildings at all.
They look like
These-
more when they were in a jungle area.
Yeah,
too.
these trees look like Ravanian ones. Is this Ilmeg?
It looks like
Oh.
Linkland, kind of like the outskirts of.
Oh,
Linkland,
it could
maybe?
be, but there's no like purple. Oh well, there is something like there's some flower. We don't see them on stream, but there are some like flower on the left side. Could be
Maybe it is
Kalusha. Oh, these
Yeah.
look like Kalushan buildings. Actually, we saw a little glimpse, but that wouldn't make sense with the trees. Because Kalusha would surely have the same kind of. Well, actually,
They were. It wasn't that heavily forested in that concept art, at least. So.
no,
I mean, it was just concept art.
because
so.
Lanosha is pretty barren. But Lanosha in our world is barren because Limsa cut down most of the trees.
Yeah.
Because of the logging industry.
Yeah.
Thanks
they did still. The shipbuilding was still a thing for Yulmore, though. You can tell by all the ships in around the city-state. So they might have gone the same route.
Actually, is it though? Because it says that a lot of people travel there to seek solace, so it could be just wrecked ships from other places.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, yeah, could be. Maybe this is just outside where Raktika is. It could be. It could be. I wonder, like, who lives here. We'll know soon enough. But yeah, there's like some buildings on fire. It looks like, could this like be an old Aetheroid Plaza? Maybe there's like a square here.
By the way, I like how you can tell it's a dungeon because of the barriers.
Yeah.
You see like the straight path, and then that's the boss arena right there.
That's what it is, Rollo. Of course it is. I wasn't even thinking about it as a dungeon. I was trying to make sense of that sudden square. Of course, it's a boss arena.
That's the boss arena.
Okay. And then at the very bottom, restoration of the Holy See of Ishgard. The old artwork with I'm assuming this is what people would say is the canon Steps of Faith. Even though it is
gold and
very short still.
Yeah, very short. And it's definitely not the one from the trial either. This is just a completely different bridge altogether.
I think the one from the trial took some creative license for the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
They took some creative... Well, they could have done this and it would have been a much shorter instance, to be fair. They should have gone with this bridge.
Well, what if when we go to the first or whatever, and we're going to the Korthus-like area, it's just Ishgard with the shorter bridge.
That's the difference.
Like that's the only difference. Same old elves. Just a shorter bridge.
Sorry. The Dragonsong War has long since ended, but its scars yet remain. As man and dragon work together, to rebuild the Holy See, the people of Ishgard have come to find they want for helping hands.
Excellent.
So that's that. That is the weird one for me, because we're doing all of this on the first, but for some reason we're going back. But remember, the MSQ had this weird Ishgard connection all of a sudden.
At the end, it did, yeah.
So
do you think when we're like teleporting to the first emirate, we'll just come over and whisper, make sure to come back to Ishgard to help rebuild every now and then?
Well, remember, Istinian is technically part of the MSQ still.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's just been chilling.
Yeah.
He's just around.
I mean, he's taken quite a strong backseat.
Yeah. So there might be some connection there. I don't know.
Glory of light.
I'm looking forward though to that.
For your help. I know you're obviously very busy saving the world, but if you've got a crafter at level 70.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be on the first, and we're going to link roll call. It's going to be like, wow. Hey, this is Demric.
My house roof is falling down.
Yo, can you craft me 4 Ishgardian improvement items? Thanks.
Yeah. That's the website.
That's the accurate. Wow.
That's the that's the website. That's quite a lot of information that just appeared overnight.
A heck of a lot.
Yeah.
They've expanded on Hrothgar lore in a quite nice way, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Wow, time. Good lord.
Time.
Yikes.
Let's just do MogMail.
Well, let's do MogMail. We'll save the review for next week.
It's not even on the screen anyway, so.
No, it's true.
God, some of these are long.
Was there a French leak or something? Are people talking about
French leak?
Another
the
one.
French are at it again.
Someone stopped me. I didn't see anything about that.
I didn't see anything about that either.
Oh God, hold on. We have breaking news.
Okay. In the meantime, I rescind my statement about that being Beyonce. I changed that to Mariah Carey.
Your housing war.
We're getting. Here's the breaking news.
Oh.
Well, we haven't found it yet.
Okay. Well, people are saying an Azure housing word was leaked.
Search Azure.
So, possibly housing area for Ishgard, maybe. I hope it's not the first.
I need more information. Can someone provide?
Yeah, can someone provide anything?
If anyone has the link, we'll permit you, and then we'll post that for us.
Or DM.
Or DM one of us, yeah.
DM me, because I'm on Discord right now.
Okay.
Which is rare. It's rare. It's rare that I check DMs. But I'll do it for this.
You've just opened up the
flirt with him while you're there. Tell him he's pretty.
Don't send me, like...
Do.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. Sorry, Mercules.
Mercules.
So I haven't seen any posts on this yet, but the French site for Shadowbringers has an extra line that isn't there on the English sites. The entire thing translates to: 1,000 years of war against the dragons has left deep scars on the walls of the Holy See and in the hearts of its residents. The dark page is, however, in the process of turning, while the Ishgardians learn little by little to live with their scaled neighbors. As a symbol of its renewal, a brand new district will see the day. Its name, Azure. A new district.
I'm researching now.
Okay, research. We haven't heard anything about Ishgard getting a housing district. Aside from the heavy hinting that getting one is reliant on the reconstruction of Ishgard, mentioned at the Vegas Fan Fest. My memory of French could be off, and Square Enix hasn't even said anything on it. So take this with a grain of salt. Again, we literally just learned about this. Take it with the biggest grain of salt.
We're not promising anything.
It feels very promising. This might not be a housing district.
Oh, yeah.
But...
Symbole de se renouveler une côtier.
Oh, yeah, you speak French.
Va voir les jeux son nom, Azure.
Is it correct?
Its name, Azure, or Azure.
So we are getting an area called Azure. Though we don't know if it's a housing district. Let's be fair.
Symbol of this renewal, a brand new neighborhood will see the light of day.
Neighborhood?
Using Google Translate for that?
Yeah, I use Google Translate.
Got it.
1,000 years of war against Rome left deep scars on the walls of the holy city, and it's in the heart of its inhabitants. This dark page is, however, turning, while the Ishgardes gradually learn to cohabit with their neighbors with scales. Their neighbors with scales. Symbol of this renewal, a brand new neighborhood will see the light of day. His name is just. It's going to be like a Ishgard plus Draconic project.
All right.
Interesting. So, okay, once again, the French have...
It could be that's just something that emerges as... It might not be a housing district.
It could be like the Dome and Enclave. You go there and that's where you do the renewal.
If it's not
might be,
yeah, it would be that.
Yeah. That's interesting, though. That's not on the English one.
Thank you,
Mercules.
Thanks, Mercules.
Right. That's okay. Cool. Let's read some MogMail.
The Japanese text.
I'm not gonna read that.
Apparently, it's also in the Japanese one.
Yep.
God, of course, they can't hear each other.
No. Here's our first MogMail from... Nope. Wrong one. That's the wrong one. Not correct. Okay. That's okay. That's from last time. Let's try that again. Why is the
to answer your question, I think it will take like Gunhilda and things like that.
Yeah.
The Rothgar naming convention.
Okay, here we go. Kida Kamikaze from Famfrit. Dear speakers, I've really enjoyed your post-mortem analysis of Stormblood. For me, I can say that one of my favorite things about this expansion has been all of the quality of life improvements, from the glamour and G-pose updates to the added flying ability for many Realm Reborn mounts, especially the Gabu and the ponies, not to mention everything they've done for housing with storage and such. Even little things like favorite mount roulette and the addition of ventures to the currency screen have been a boon. This game, for me at least, has started to feel a lot more complete in the last couple of days. Are there any more quality of life additions you'd like to see in Shadowbringers?
I fully agree. Like 100%. Shadowbringers, Didn't do a lot. Sorry, Stormblood didn't do a lot.
Wow, we are out of wow. That is the
but it
worst.
did a lot of quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
What a moment! Everyone was talking
uh,
over each other. That was great. I hope our audio listeners loved that bit.
You're welcome, guys.
That is the most out of tune we've been on the podcast in a while. Okay. Sorry, oh shit! Oh, good God! I forgot to turn down the slider. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, remember to cut this part for the audio listeners. They're gonna fucking faint.
Oh God, yeah, that'll be car crash.
Okay, what am I saying?
Mela was saying something.
Yeah, Mela, what? Can you just repeat what you said? Because I don't think I didn't pay attention to any.
So I was just agreeing that although Stormblood didn't do a lot like new, it perfected a lot of the systems in the game, a lot of the quality of life things.
Yeah.
So although it may not be the best expansion ever, it's done a lot of good stuff. So I agree with what they're saying about the UOL stuff.
Yeah, I think there's been like a linear progression basically ever since A Realm Reborn of just improvements to the game. Like I could never go back to base A Realm Reborn.
No.
Could you imagine?
No.
The AoEs were harder to see.
Yeah.
You couldn't do roulettes with your friends in a party. Like there have been good changes, and I imagine there are gonna be even more changes.
Yeah, we got a lot of changes to the game in Stormblood because of the PS3 cut. So we've seen a lot of, especially UI stuff being changed. And you don't even appreciate it anymore because it's been so long since it happened, it feels like. But if you really look back on like base A Realm Reborn UI settings and just what you had on screen, my God, it's a transformation.
Yeah.
I hope I don't know, at this point I feel like I want the better window management in 14. Like there's a lot of, I want to be able to resize certain windows and stuff because there's sometimes I don't want the full every time I open a
scalable
stuff. Yeah, not just like open control and home press to like boom boom boom. I want a fluid
and not
way of
just like in 200%, 175%, just fully scalable.
Yeah.
I want better menuing in the sense of like I want to be able to use this menu even though I have this other one open, and not saying like you're too busy to do this. Like, don't. Yeah. Come on.
You can't open that menu out in the air.
It's very annoying.
Yeah.
Sort out retainers. I don't want to have to close it. Not then go to the animation to stop on the bell, then click back on the bell, and the animation has to start on the bell, and they have to walk out and say something.
Yeah.
I don't care about their personality.
Oh wow!
I wish if they could, a good way to solve it would be that the text box appears, stays on the screen at the bottom, and the menu appears immediately, so you don't have to like click through it.
Yeah, and just be able to go between them.
Yeah.
And obviously, at least quadruple glamour storage size. God,
they're really okay. That's sure.
It is weird how they've not made any further real improvements to the glamour dresser.
Maybe they want to like do the server stuff first with like the split and then see how things.
We're not getting more servers, but we're getting like 20,000 slots.
we are getting more servers. We're getting 2 more.
Yeah, one per each.
We're getting Spriggan and Pooh on light.
And the NA is getting 4 new ones, right?
Are you getting 4?
Well, we didn't get the name though.
Is it not?
You're not getting any new servers.
No, you're splitting apart.
You're just splitting because you've got too many.
No,
you don't need more.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Are you mad?
I thought we were getting
4 more would be wow.
Matoya, that was it. Matoya
would be the first servers with 0 people on them. Right. Well, I guess that's the only MogMail we had time for today. Thank you, Akida, for your MogMail. We'll read the others, because the others are way too massive to read right now. Although maybe they should. I kind of want to take number 8 because 8 is. We could. 8. No, I don't want to read a MogMail in post show because people.
No, I'm saying cut into the post show.
Oh yeah, we can cut into the because we don't really have anything planned for it. Yeah. Let's take number 8 because I think that's an interesting, just a short, quick one.
Okay.
Let me load that up. That was not planned, so it's not loaded up.
That was
sorry.
a little flex from Lucio saying how much MogMail we've got.
This one's from Taran Toparan from Lich, who's asking, what do you think Dancer's LB3 will look like? Personally, I'm not sure how a pair of chakrams and some faceit footwork will apply themselves to a line AoE, but I'm intrigued to see what the devs have planned.
Imagine if it's not a damage and it's like a circle AoE buff for your party.
Oh god, I just realized when you LB as a dancer, you'll get the crossbow for level 1, level 2.
God,
and
yeah,
that's
you
what
will.
looks so silly.
Oh yeah, that is gonna look weird.
Oh no.
Maybe they'll change it for them.
Maybe
They might do.
Maybe we'll get like unique level 1s and 2s.
Yeah. Because crossbow kind of works for both. It was made for, you know, machinist and bard, because it kind of makes a little sense. Yeah, but it works with machinist, you know.
A little bit.
Yeah, a machinist could draw out a crossbow, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of down the same path. But this one is not down that lane at all. So it's gonna look weird. But the LB3, I'm assuming there's going to be a dance, so it's going to be like locked in place for long. What if there's like an extra long lock? You just have to finish like a fucking. That's my dance. That's my dancer dance, by the way. And then they just throw their like they get like massive chakrams and just throw them in a line.
I think what we're gonna get is we're gonna throw up some magic chakrams, right? And they're gonna dance around the stage like the orange blades we get from some fights. You know those?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but bigger and quicker, so it's all flashy and hitting everything. And that's what it'll be.
I think we're gonna get our chakrams. We're gonna drop them on our feet, and they're gonna turn into that mount. That's the fiery ball, like circles. And we're just gonna zoom around, up, forward and backwards, like a Guardian.
Forward and back
machine. And do
what about gunbreakers?
It's going to be like a Squall Leonheart explosion thing.
Yeah, it's going to be the Lionheart thing, isn't it?
What's the line?
Isn't that the? I can't even remember what it looks like.
Maybe Angelos is going to come out.
He's just going to do a lots of slashes, just like the.
Yeah. Well, no, but it's a defensive one.
He could do the one where.
Tank. You're right.
Yeah.
You've ruined it, Ronnie.
God, why'd you ruin it? We were just having.
I'm sorry.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be a quick time event, like in 8 had loads of those.
Yes. Gunbreaker for no reason gets like a difficult limit break where they like have to time shit. Now it's probably just gonna be like a.
I give everyone a
wall.
Yeah.
We have 2 walls.
Yeah.
Already.
We're gonna have 3.
It's gonna be a 3rd wall.
It's a wall made of gun blades.
Yeah, a wall or like a lion wall.
Oh, a lion. You know what? Yeah.
Renoa comes out and protects you.
It's just Renoa lying on her side covering the party.
Just a huge one.
Just a huge Renoa. Some people are into that. Right.
Giantism.
Remember, okay, of course you had to put words to that.
I'm talking about my favorite wrestler, Andre the Giant. What are you talking about?
Okay, thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow is Minimum Eye Level Ifrit Extreme, a new chapter in Minimum Eye Level. Let's see how long it takes before we beat that one, huh? How many deaths? Can we beat our old record of 167? I sure hope not. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfIreland, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, Discord if you want to join our Discord server, and remember to send us MogMail, speakersxiv.com/MogMail, and we'll try to read that next week. Remember to stay tuned if you're watching live for the post-show. Nothing's gonna happen there, so I don't know why you bother, but we're gonna be here for like 45 more minutes, so see you there. Bye.
Adios.